Welcome to the Horror Hangout, a podcast where film fans watch the best and worst horror movies of all time and talk about them. Today's episode is a bonus episode chatting all about a short horror comedy following Ashley Bone, a pink-loving bimbo-core influencer with a demonic hunger for men. My name is Ben Errington, and today I'm joined by Julia Rome, the star and writer and producer of Ashley Bones, plural, obviously. I think I said
Yeah,
bone before, didn't
you're
I?
good.
There's more than
It
one bone
works.
involved in this name, all right? Okay, come on. The Bimbo Cannibal. Thanks for joining us. Julia, hello. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Hello.
How are you doing? Are you doing well?
I'm doing very well. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to talk about Ashley. I'm very proud of it. So thank you again for having me.
Yeah, I mean you've got lots to be proud of, and yeah, let's talk all about Ashley. I'll give some details for the film to our audience first. So a synopsis for this short is Ashley Bones is just your regular pink-loving bimbo-core girly girl with an absolutely relentless hunger for the flesh and blood of men. She's always on the hunt for to find the most irritating boys she can find because there is just something about their insecure hyper-masculinity that makes their flesh taste so good.
So good. Just tastes so
So
good.
good. Absolutely delicious. I mean, this film was a riot. As I said to you before we started recording, it was the title of it that drew me to it the most. I feel like you could probably pick it out from a list of, if you had 100 short films listed, this would be the one where I go, okay, that's going straight to the top of the list.
That's so great to hear. I mean, we definitely wanted to grab attention with it and like kind of like a huge part of the punchline with like the setup from the mockumentary proof of concept we did and this
Mm,
short. Like you want to go into it knowing that she's a bimbo cannibal because it just like makes it funnier. And we knew that that title would grab.
yeah, and very unique. Have there been any bimbo cannibals before?
No, that's the thing. My mom, I'll probably talk a lot about my mom. She's like, I t call her my momager. She's like if Kris Jenner wasn't evil, is what I always say. And and
Yeah.
she was like, oh, she was really pushing me to like get it out there as soon as I thought of the idea, because she's like, I don't think this has been made before, but someone could like there's I don't the culture feels like it's going in this direction, so you got to get this out there before somebody else does something similar. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's almost like that thing. As soon as you have that good idea, you have to get it out there before somebody else sneak. Because it always seems to happen, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Somebody else from somewhere else in the world will go, I've actually had the exact same idea at the exact same time. So
Yes.
beat them to the punch, absolutely. Although this idea feels almost too unique to be replicated
Thank
by
you.
anybody else. Uh, which is good. I mean, so obviously we've got the mockumentary proof of concept that you did. I mean, how did the idea for this project like originate on top, I guess, in prior to that mockumentary idea as well?
It literally just, it was completely selfish reasons. I had pivoted to acting from mostly production design and just more of like a production background. I went to film school, not theater school, but I've
Mm.
always acted. I've always had a love for acting. I just like never pursued it as a career. And then I needed to build a reel, and I was just grabbing footage from whatever I had, and I had this other mockumentary that I made my senior year of high school, and I played a similar character. She was the only girl on her football team, and she was like kind of bimbo-y, super girly, wore pink and like headbands, but she was like hurting men. Like she was like so aggressive, and like it was becoming a problem.
Yeah.
And it's so my sister, I've worked so hard on so many films since then, and my sister is still like, that's my favorite movie that you've ever done. It was
Mm.
called Balls. And
Okay. Okay.
so
Great.
I was using footage from that movie, but I was 18 there, and I was like going on 25, 26 when I needed to rebuild my reel. And so I was like, well, how can I make this character now and do something for no money and just really easy, something that my friends would be willing to just shoot with me. I'm just kind of like looking around my room, and I'm just like, let me come up with a character here that I could just use all these as props because
Yeah.
I collected crap like this forever. And then I don't know, it kind of just like hit me like a truck. Like it just came to me, Ashley Bones, the bimbo cannibal, and she eats men, and that's about it. And then from there, me and my friends just kind of built her personality and made jokes, and then by we kind of just got carried away and made like a whole mockumentary short out of it instead of just like a little blip for my reel.
Yeah. Oh my God, amazing. Were you ever
Yeah.
tempted to make this short like as a mockumentary style, or did you think you needed to like tell the story differently?
Yeah. I went into it kind of, I mean, me and my mom actually both felt similarly like, concerned that we would lose certain sparks of the mockumentary if we made it
Yeah.
into like a live short. And it's all a learning process. And going through the short, I realized certain things I still want from the mockumentary to be a part of Ashley's story. And me and my friends, including the co-writer of the short, we're actually starting very slowly a feature script and see if maybe that'll go somewhere one day. We just want to have it just in case.
Hmm.
We always see grants and competitions, and you just never know. So we just want to
No.
have it. And we are incorporating certain things from the mockumentary into the movie, as well as, expanding on the short and everything. But yeah, I did consider making it just like
Hmm.
a more high budget mockumentary, and I'm also not against doing that in the future as a short, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a good way of sort of showing this character. I guess seeing it from both sides, the mockumentary side and the kind of the short film as it is currently. Really fascinating. And you wrote it with so your co-writer Bradley Ralph. That's correct, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's like one of my best friends in the whole world. We've known each other since we were about 10 years old.
Oh wow, okay. What's
Yeah.
the writing process like for something like this? Are you kind of just like bouncing ideas off of each other and seeing what sticks? Is that kind of how it works?
Um, Sometimes it's really like somebody's like, you should do this. And then me and, Bradley and now our other friend Bailey for the feature, we're kind of like, that's a good idea. Let's write that down.
Mm,
But for the short specifically, I'm really good at like the structure of a script. I went to a film program for college. Like it's grilled into my brain. I've seen a million bazillion movies, especially campy comedy, horror type
mm.
stuff. And so I'm really good at like breaking down this is what happens in this scene. This is what has to happen here. Like I'm good at that. And then Bradley is really good at like the details and like some of the jokes and just like ideas for things. And Bradley actually wrote the entire like monologue at the end of
Oh
the
wow,
short.
okay.
And Bradley has like such a crazy way with words. They're a poet, they're a writer, they're an artist. So I'm just like so blessed that they believe in this project so much.
Yeah, it's amazing when you can find somebody and have like a professional working relationship with them like that, who kind of like you improve each other,
Yes,
I guess.
exactly. And it's funny too, because like it's hard for me to sit like I do consider myself a decent writer. I just have a very hard time sitting down and just writing.
Mm,
And so honestly, if it weren't for I do background for like TV and movies, and there are some
mm.
sets where they're like, you cannot be on your phone the entire day, which is
Oh
always
yeah.
so frustrating because
Yeah.
like a lot of us rely on it for work and like getting booked the rest of the week, but that's another story. And so there was a set that I just sat there for 10 hours before being used. And I wrote the short on in my notebook and then
Yeah.
yeah, at least the outline. And then Bradley and I went in with details and got it done. And that's kind of how that happened.
Take that. What can't be on my phone? Well, old pen and paper. You
Mhm.
can't take that away from me.
Literally pen and paper. Yeah.
That's incredible though, isn't it? Because yeah, just I guess it just puts you in that frame of mind where you're like, well, nothing else
Yeah.
to do but be creative, I guess, as well. What is the origin of your working relationship with the director, Lee Dubin, as well?
Lee and I met on a really great short called Bush. Not the president, not the plant, the other Bush.
Yeah.
And that is by and that is by an amazing director writer named Danielle LeBlanc. And I just saw the casting like through friends. Like we have a bunch of mutual friends. So I auditioned and got the role. And it was a big deal because for Danielle because she couldn't find an actress who had like big curly hair like she wanted, who was also like comfortable being in like nothing but a merkin, like a gigantic, like campy, stupid bush. It's like that's like the whole kind of joke of the movie. And
Yeah.
it's actually really heartfelt. Like it has such a
Okay.
heartfelt ending. And Lee was the behind the scenes photographer. And they took like the post, like the picture for the poster. They took some of my favorite snapshots from that entire shooting week of just like me like between scenes like hanging out in the bush. Like it was so funny. And they just thought, I don't know, they just kind of thought that like I was funny and like interesting, I guess. And they, we were friends on Instagram. And then they reached out to me being like, I want to start directing more. Do you write? Obviously, you act. Maybe you could write and act and I could direct something. And, honestly, I do get that a lot, usually like in person, like we should make something together, whatever. Lee followed up because I'm
Oh, yeah.
serious when I say like I'd love to make something together and I'll follow up with somebody. But Lee really followed up and followed up back. And we got, launched together and they're just really determined and like really they work hard, but they have like I don't know, just like a really amazing soul and like artistic view and an understanding of technicals in a way that I really admire. And yeah, we just vibed and I showed them the mockumentary and they're like, this is what I want to do. This is it. Let's do
Oh,
it.
hell
And
yeah.
from there, I just kind of had to get my ass in gear and like figure everything out as a producer. And then, we picked a date and they were ready to go and the
Oh,
rest is
wow.
history.
Amazing. I have to apologize, but I did just Google Julia Rome Bush and and I
I
found the
don't blame
post.
you. It's it's so fun. The pictures are so funny. Like that's what people have been like bringing that up to me like the most lately in person. Like sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, Bimbo Cannibal," but like lately they've been like that Bush movie and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yep."
the, the
I
poster.
love it. I'm so proud of it. I love that movie.
I
It's
mean, this is
genuinely
going
so
straight on the watch list as well. I mean, as Ashley Bones, the Bimbo Cannibal, went straight to the top of the watch list, this is going right up
good.
there as well. Um,
Danielle is such a good filmmaker, truly. And her boyfriend actually, who's so funny, her boyfriend and the editor, his name is Austin. He played Brian, the guy that Ashley was on a date with at the very beginning of the short. That's the
yeah,
Bush director's boyfriend, and he's so funny, and he just like
the
volunteered to
nice
like
guy, the green
that
flag
guy.
guy. No matter how much you're trying to
Yeah.
push him to having a red flag, he
Yeah.
won't go there.
Yeah. He wasn't right for her palate.
Wasn't right for a palette. Yeah, exactly. What were there any like films or roles or anything in particular that inspired the character, or was it some? Or I was going to ask you, was it like, is it like a extreme version of yourself? Not claiming you're a cannibal, of course, but like, is it all the other personality traits? Are they like an extreme version of yourself? Would you say?
Um, yes. I mean, honestly, it is. It's definitely inspired by like specific characters as well. Like I grew up watching Legally Blonde over and over again, and
Mm.
she's like a very powerful bimbo who like in the end obviously like wins the case and she's like so badass for it. That always like I was so glad that like that was a movie I clung on to as a kid because I think it really helped shape my relation to femininity
Mm.
in a positive way. And then I don't know, I grew up watching Lizzie McGuire, Mean Girls. Like Karen, like I think I have ESPN or something. Like so, those all those girls,
Yeah.
House Bunny. There's a lot of
Oh my God, a
inspiration that
house
goes into
bunny.
it.
Oh
House
my God, I
Bunny
feel like I'd
is
almost
so
forgotten about that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It is so problematic. Honestly, even like speaking of problematic, even like White Chicks, like the way they played the girls in White Chicks,
Mm.
all of those movies, whether or not they, aged well, like they are funny and
Mm.
those characters, it's like all it's kind of like a juxtaposition in every single one of those movies, and that's why it's funny. It's like the super mega bimbo, but she's a lawyer, or she's actually like a man in disguise, like whatever. There's like
Yeah.
that's kind of what I took the inspiration from is like the juxtaposition of femininity and like something insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean,
But
all of those
it
films.
is
all,
sorry, yeah, but
all,
it is a lot to do with me and I guess like my view of patriarchy in an extreme way and like, resistance and all that.
Mm.
But that's kind of just like the icing on the cake.
Yeah, because I think me watching it, a guy from the a guy from the UK, I can kind of feel that. You can kind of feel if I was watching a role of somebody who perhaps was trying to send up the bimbo in a way and was kind of like making fun of those type of people, it wouldn't feel as genuine and as I guess as heartfelt, as funny, as connected.
Sure.
But you can kind of tell, can't you? You can kind of tell when you're watching certain performances where you're like, this feels like it's them, but they've just ramped everything up to 11. That's not meant in disrespect at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it's Ashley has become like a pocket character for me. Like the acting class that I took for a couple years, like kind of taught us to keep pocket characters for auditions or for readings or whatever. And Ashley has become an absolute like go-to for comedy for me. Just
Yeah.
the little bimbo voice. And yeah, I feel like, and then growing up in the valley, growing up around girls who kind of talked like that, I kind of talk like that, just like at a lower register. So it's all inspired by that and my experiences as
Yeah.
well.
What about any like mockumentary stuff? Any mockumentary performances, especially like I guess like stuff that's in the horror sphere as well? Because obviously we've seen a few things
Yeah.
like that over recent years, like What We Do in the Shadows, for
I was gonna
example.
say that was my biggest inspiration for the mockumentary. I mean, directly like stole the like when I think it's Viago like puts the newspaper down when he like takes somebody home to like suck
Yeah,
their
yeah,
blood
yeah,
so that it doesn't get on the furniture. We had the plastic being put down in the mockumentary and in the short, and like the guy just like lifts his legs like no problem, like he doesn't think anything's gonna happen.
yeah.
Um, so that was like probably the biggest inspiration. But then also, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on the name. The one about the dog, like the dog competition. What is it called? It has Jennifer Coolidge in it and
Oh
Jane
my God,
Lynch
yeah, I think I know
and I
exactly
think
what you
Parker
mean.
Posey. Oh wow, I'm really forgetting the name of it. But that one is a huge,
Best in
iconic.
Show.
Best in show. Like
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge's character in that is like so incredible. Yeah, I don't know. I'm off the top of my head. I can't really think of more, but I'd say those are like, oh, whenever it comes to any sort of like mockumentary style, anything, those are always my two like
Yeah.
biggest inspirations.
It's probably not done enough, I don't think, mockumentaries. I feel like there was definitely a time in the mid 2000s when it was super popular, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's such a great way of like comedy
Have you
being
seen
displayed.
it just came out, Nirvana the band, the show, the movie?
Oh my
So
God.
good.
I'm so glad you've mentioned this because
It's
no
so
one knows
good.
what this is in the UK.
I know.
So I watched the web series years ago, and then I've
Yes.
only recently seen like the Vice series, and it didn't get a UK release, the film, but
Ugh,
I managed to hunt it down, VPN and all, and me and my wife
nice.
are like, it's basically like it was our obsession for probably like a month. And
Oh,
yes, I will fully agree with you. It is absolutely unreal, and yeah, I can see
yeah.
the sort of common DNA going on there as well. Yeah.
It's so fun. I mean, that came out. I didn't see it till a few months ago because it didn't come out in America till yeah, like around then.
Yeah.
But like it made me so excited to see like a really well done, really funny, low budget mockumentary. Like
Yeah.
it made my heart flutter as an indie
Absolutely. My
filmmaker.
vocal stim for the last few weeks has been Obama. And I had to
Oh
find
my God,
that.
they had so many good bits in there. I need to see it again. I can't wait till it's
Yeah, I
streaming.
want to see it again. Absolutely. Like, I'll try and explain to people like what it is. And I always say like, it's like Jackass, but rather than like physical stunts, it's all like social stunts. It's all like
Yes.
that, isn't it? It feels like that. It's that meets Flight of the Conchords, I guess.
Yes. Oh, Flight of the Conchords also is
Mm,
phenomenal. I don't think I've seen like the whole thing, but I used to watch bits of it in college and like,
yeah.
and even in like middle school, I'd like listen to like the songs that were always very comedic, and so I'm sure
Mm.
that did some subconscious inspiration in my head as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you feel like that. It's just like one of those comedy types where, everyone's saying things like, oh, comedy's dead, you can't say things anymore. It's just like, yeah,
I
but all of
know.
this stuff exists and
Exactly. Like
it's
people are doing it
hilarious.
actually. Yeah.
It's
I think
hilarious.
it's I think it should be a great time for, I think people just don't always know where to look because I think the people that are
Yeah, I agree.
honestly truly be funny right now like are considered like too left wing or like too like to this or to that or like they say inappropriate things or whatever or like I know there's some comedians that are just like honestly women that not a lot of people know and like maybe they're not conventionally attractive or maybe they're seen a certain way and so I don't know, I just feel like there is really good comedy out there but people get
Yeah.
like worried to like I don't know step on toes or something. But this is such a
Yeah.
great time for comedy
It
because
really is, yeah.
things are turning so dark. So it's like
Yeah.
it's a great time for comedy.
And people, yeah, I totally agree. I agree with you there. But yeah, and I guess like that's the sort of comedy here. I guess you could talk. It could be controversial, like the stuff that's on show here
Yeah.
in this. I mean, how would you approach that sort of stuff, would you say?
Oh, I have sort of thought about this. I'm in such a bubble of support that I haven't like encountered anything like that yet. It also hasn't necessarily been seen by that many people yet. It's really just starting its like festival rounds.
Mm,
I think really like the only people that would be truly like offended by it are men who felt attacked by some of the jokes and or I guess women who like would sympathize with that. And I just though I don't have any room for those opinions from those types of people, Like there's a reason I made this movie and that have, the feelings I do. It's just like I don't know, I don't think again, it's very new in the process of, doing anything with this film, but like I don't see that bothering me just because like yeah I made this because of those people so
mm.
I expect them to be upset about
Yeah,
it.
you want them to be upset. I think lean into
Yeah,
it, double down on it. If any of that, if
I
any of that
would.
comes your way.
Exactly. And I could get really deep about it. I could get really like sub level about it. Like I'm very, very confident in, I guess the
Mm,
messaging you could say behind this story, but it's also supposed to just kind of be stupid and fun and
yeah.
genuinely like the main thing is just it's turning the victimhood of a woman who would normally be the victim in a horror movie kind of just on its head. It's changing that trope
Mm,
around. And that's really all it is in the end. I could get deeper with it, but like I don't know. It's funny. It's just supposed to be campy, silly,
yeah.
stupid.
I mean, it's called Ashley Bones the Bimbo Cannibal. For God's
Right.
sake. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, there's some great. I don't want to spoil anything because I urge everybody
Yeah,
to watch it when they get the opportunity to. Um, can we talk about the premiere of the film? So it was
sure.
at Lumiere Cinema in Beverly Hills last November.
Yes, it was. I was so lucky that I got to do that there. I premiered it with another film that I was in and did some makeup for called Is Your Shade of Blue the Same as Mine by Gabriel Urbano.
Okay.
Um, Complete, very different movie from Ashley Bones. So it's kind of funny that they're premiering together, but I couldn't have done the premiere without Gabriel contributing to
Mm,
it. So I'm so grateful for that. He's an amazing filmmaker. We're working on a new film together, actually, not
very
comedy, but
exciting.
still going to be great. Also, probably controversial in a good way. And that was so much fun. I've never felt so positively overwhelmed in my life. Um,
Okay.
so many people came to support. I think we sold about 100 tickets. I don't think 100 people showed up, but we definitely sold over 100 tickets. But it felt like 1,000 people.
Mm.
There was a point afterwards where I was like just spinning in circles, like talking to everyone who came to support
Yeah.
and like my mom's friends came. I
Oh,
had
wow.
family who was there and friends of friends and then like people for Gabriel's movie and even like one of the guys helping us with the technicals and everything in the room he like bought a piece of merchandise for his girlfriend that I was selling. Like it was
Oh,
just such a
wow.
lovely,
Yeah.
wonderful experience. I like got home and cried and my boyfriend just like looked at me and he's like, "You deserve this. It's okay."
You feel everything.
Yeah. So it was amazing.
Amazing. I mean, have there is that the only screening that's happened? Have plenty more happened since?
That is the only LA screening we've
Mm.
had. It was just like, for friends and family really. And then we're going to have a screening on May 17th at 2 p.m. at LA Regal, LA Live, Regal LA Live, Regal
Mm.
LA Live. And that is through the IFS festival. I think it's like independent filmmaker something. I should really have plugged that better. It's with IFS. And that'll be our first like actual LA screening. The other screenings I've had are either online, out of the country, or this past one was in Milwaukee in
Oh wow.
Wisconsin. And I have family in Wisconsin, so I got to go to that, and that was
Oh
really fun.
wow.
That Milwaukee Horror Con.
That's so cool. How do you feel about audiences in other countries being able to experience this film?
I have no idea. I was dying to see how Czech people reacted to it because
Okay.
I did my semester abroad through in college at in Prague,
Oh
and
wow, yeah.
they have such an interesting sense of humor. I was so in love with Prague. They're very, very theater of the absurd, you know. That's where I
Mm,
learned about surrealism and like got super into David Lynch and, all those people. And
yeah.
so I'm very curious to see because I do feel like it's a very kind of American perspective, but maybe I'm wrong. I just like don't know enough about the culture there with like patriarchy and stuff, but I know that there's some really cool people in Prague and like hardcore feminists. So yeah, I really wish I could have seen that Prague screening. That would have been awesome.
I think
But
it all just
I think it was online.
oh, okay. It all just translates, I think, doesn't it? I think like UK audiences are going to love this. Is it the first UK screening, the one at Gasp Horror Festival?
I I can't remember. There was the London Filmmaker Awards, I think was online. So I'm
Mm.
pretty sure this is the first like actual screening in the UK. So that's
Ah,
very
okay.
exciting.
So that is Saturday, the 27th of June. Gasp Film Festival is in Manchester. Cultplex, I think it is. So yeah, during the short film showcase as well. Obviously they've got loads of films lined up for that. We're hoping to attend and review either in person or remotely, but looking forward to that. Absolutely. Have you got any other US screenings coming up anytime soon?
Not yet, but I'm hoping that changes within the next few weeks.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it will. And any plans for like when this will be available for like wider audiences to see it? Do you think it'll end up online eventually?
Oh yeah, I mean
Mm.
Ashley has her own YouTube channel, which is where the mockumentary can be
Has
found.
she? I've not
And
seen the mockumentary, so I really need.
oh, please do. It should be in my Instagram bio and Ashley's Instagram bio.
Yeah,
And if it's not, message me because I need to update that if that's not the case. But I'm pretty sure it's there.
I'm finding it
And
now.
I think, I think this time next year. I'm gonna see what our festival success was like, and I'll see if there's anything else we are eligible to apply to or want to apply to. But then I'm just gonna put that up on
Mm,
our YouTube, I think, because I want more people to see it and I want it to be accessible.
yeah. Do you think there could be a series of Ashley Bones
That's
short
what
films
some
potentially?
people that's what some people in my life would like to see. It's something I'm floating. I'm so not great at like short form internet content and I want to be better at it.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that it either goes that way or we're able to get funding for our feature, maybe both. Both would be fabulous. I just
Yeah.
need a little I think I need a little more time. I've been a little bit too busy lately, but it's starting to slow down. So I'm
Mm,
hoping
I
to
see.
pick back up with some more Ashley stuff for the future.
Absolutely. I mean, on that note, what are you working on now? I guess you can talk about.
Right now, we're writing the feature script. At the end of the year, I am likely producing and acting in this very absurd, very funny comedy. It's very, I guess, John Waters inspired, but it's shot completely differently. It's a very different story. It's about an actor going on an audition.
Mm.
Everyone's speaking gibberish, weird things are happening,
Oh
and
wow.
it's super like nasty and icky. And two of my friends, Sophia and Amanda, wrote it, and I thought it was a perfect script. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am hopefully going to start working on this script with my friend Ellen, who has an idea about this lesbian girl who keeps being blamed for like really bad farts, but it's actually a ghost with like digestion issues. So that's like another like I
Well,
guess horror comedy that I'll be
yeah.
working on.
You know, when I
And
said Ashley Bones, the Bimbo Cannibal might just be the most unique idea I've heard in the
right,
year.
this one there, then there's
I
this.
feel like maybe just we're all blaming the ghost all the time, aren't we? It's the bloody ghost again.
Exactly. So I think that'll be really fun. We got to get that going. And then hopefully this other movie with Gabriel, who I shared my
Oh yeah.
premiere with.
Oh yeah, you
And
said about that, didn't
that'll
you?
be about this just like weird little sex worker. And she needs to be kept away from society. But she goes to this funeral and she makes a scene, and I think it'll be great. It'll be very weird and
Sounds incredible.
interesting.
Nothing,
The
nothing,
character study.
nothing that sounds boring in any way, shape, or form.
No,
You know.
that's one thing about my life is it's not boring, and I'm grateful for that, but I could use a little more sleep sometimes.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Julia. It's been an
Thank
absolute
you.
pleasure chatting to you. Where can our audience keep up to speed with, I guess, anything you're working on or anything about the film in particular? Is Instagram the best place?
Instagram's the best place. I am kind of an Instagram diva. My personal account is at JUJEROME, Jude Rome. Jude was
Mm.
like name when I was younger, sort of. And then Ashley stuff specifically, if you don't want to see my boring life, then it's at the Bimbo Cannibal. And it'll say Ashley Bones in the bio. So that'll be Instagram as well.
Amazing. Well, I'll put all those links in the show notes. I'll put the link to the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that too. I believe that's also the Bimbo Cannibal.
can we watch Bush online as well? Did you say we can?
Not yet.
Oh,
That one is still circulating the
okay.
festival. You could follow Danielle LeBlanc on
Yeah,
Instagram for
I'll do that.
updates. But I post Bush updates all the time as well. I'm sure that one will be available at some point, maybe on Vimeo or YouTube, but it's doing the festival rounds right now, so
Exciting.
it's not public.
Amazing. I'll put all these links in the show notes, of course. And if anybody in the UK is attending GASP in Manchester at the end of June, definitely check out Ashley Bones, the Bimbo Cannibal. Well, thank you very much, Julia. It's been a pleasure to meet you, a pleasure to chat, and
Thank
catch you
you.
soon.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.